One challenge, 93 minutes, a World Cup trophy gone. Enzo Fernandez went into Pau Cubarsí with both feet in the 93rd minute of a World Cup final. Second yellow card, red card, 10 men, extra time. And then Ferran Torres in the 106th minute. And then Spain lifted the trophy that Argentina had come to New Jersey to defend. And here is the thing that is making every Argentina fan lose their mind this morning. Fernandez does not think he deserved it. He walked off the pitch doing the finger wag. The same gesture that says, "I did not do anything wrong." The same gesture a player makes when they believe the referee has made a mistake. In a World Cup final, after a challenge that Alan Shearer called stupid on live television, after a challenge that left Argentina 10 men down in extra time with a World Cup trophy on the line. Welcome back to Robert's Football Talk. Today we are going all the way in on Enzo Fernandez, the red card that changed football history. The finger wag that made the entire world talk. The Instagram post that said everything except sorry, and the uncomfortable truth that every Argentina fan needs to hear. Subscribe right now. Let us go. Part 1. What actually happened in the 93rd minute? Let me take you to the moment. 93 minutes. The match is 0-0. Spain have dominated for the entire game. 20 shots to Argentina's 2. 65% possession to 35. Emiliano Martinez has made 11 saves. Argentina have survived on pure defensive willpower and one extraordinary goalkeeper. And then Enzo Fernandez goes in on Pau Cubarsí. His first yellow card had already come from dissent. He argued with the referee Slavko Vincic earlier in the match and was booked. So going into that challenge, he was on a yellow card. One more booking, and he is gone. He went in anyway. Both feet. High. Cubarsí went flying. Vincic had no choice. Second yellow. Red card. And Fernandez walked off doing the finger wag at the referee. The finger wag. In a World Cup final. With his team on 10 men, with extra time coming, with the trophy on the line. Alan Shearer was on BBC commentary and said it immediately. He said Fernandez might just have cost his team massively. He called it a decision that could define the final. He said it was stupid. Stupid. That is the word. Not unlucky, not harsh, stupid. A player who had already been booked going into a reckless challenge in the 93rd minute of a World Cup final with his team holding on to a draw. And then he walked off doing the finger wag like the referee was the problem. Subscribe to Robert's Football Talk right now because the story gets worse. Part 2. The Instagram statement that said nothing. 24 hours after the final, Fernandez breaks his silence. Instagram statement. And the entire football world reads it looking for one thing. An apology. An acknowledgement. Some version of, "I made a mistake and I am sorry." Here is what he wrote instead. When time passes, you realize there is something much bigger than just a result. For years, this group has represented us in the best possible way. I want to thank all the Argentine fans. Thank you for always being there. Wearing my country's shirt is the greatest honor of my career, and I will continue giving everything every time I get to defend it. Not one word about the red card. Not one word about the challenge on Cubarsí. Not one word about leaving his teammates with 10 men in extra time of a World Cup final. Not one word that acknowledges what every single person watching in those 80,000 people at MetLife and the hundreds of millions watching around the world could see clearly. He cost Argentina the World Cup. He posted about the group, about the fans, about the honor of wearing the shirt. Everything except the one thing that mattered. The acknowledgement that he made the biggest individual mistake in an Argentina World Cup final since someone decided to write, "I am not afraid of anyone on their boots" before a match they lost. Now I want to ask you something. Do you think Fernandez's Instagram post was the right response? Or did he owe Argentina fans a direct apology for the red card? Drop your honest answer in the comments right now. Part 3. The history Fernandez joined, and it is not good company. Here is the context that makes Sunday night even more painful for Argentina fans. Enzo Fernandez is the third Argentina player ever to be sent off in a World Cup final. The third in the history of this sport. Only 3 Argentina players have ever received a red card in a World Cup final. Pedro Monzon in 1990 against West Germany, Gustavo Dizzati also in 1990 against West Germany, and now Enzo Fernandez in 2026 against Spain. Argentina lost that 1990 final 1-0. Argentina lost Sunday's final 1-0. The same result, the same scoreline, the same pattern. Argentina going down to 10 men in a World Cup final and losing by a single goal to a team that had controlled most of the match. 36 years apart, the same outcome. And here is the detail that makes Fernandez's finger wag even more indefensible. The only other player in World Cup final history sent off for 2 yellow cards rather than a straight red is John Heitinga of the Netherlands. Also against Spain, also in 2010. Spain won that final too. Every time a team goes down to 10 men in a World Cup final because of a second yellow card, Spain wins. Fernandez should have known this. His coaching staff should have told him this. His teammates should have screamed at him the moment he picked up that first yellow to be careful, to stay on his feet, to not give the referee any reason to end his night early. He went in on Cubarsí anyway. Part 4. What Argentina did after the final whistle. The disgrace that FIFA is investigating. Here is the part of this story that is not getting enough attention because Fernandez's red card is dominating the conversation. After the final whistle, something happened involving Argentina's players that has resulted in FIFA launching a formal investigation. Argentina's players turned their backs on Spain during the trophy ceremony. When Spain lifted the World Cup trophy, Argentina's squad stood with their backs to the celebration, not walking away, standing there with their backs deliberately turned. And Leandro Paredes was accused of throwing punches after the final whistle. Multiple witnesses described what they saw. Paredes in the middle of a post-match confrontation, haymakers being thrown. FIFA has confirmed they are investigating the incident. Fernandez earlier in the night walked off with the finger wag. Paredes allegedly throwing punches. The squad turning their backs on the trophy ceremony. This is Argentina's response to losing a World Cup final. Alan Shearer called Fernandez's red card stupid. Multiple pundits have called Argentina's post-match behavior a disgrace. And FIFA has launched an investigation into what happened after the final whistle. This is what Argentina leave 2026 with. Not the trophy, not the back-to-back title. A red card, a finger wag, an Instagram post that did not apologize, a post-match investigation, and a squad that turned their backs on the world champions lifting the trophy they came to defend. Subscribe to Robert's Football Talk now. Share this video. Because the final part of this breakdown is the uncomfortable truth. Part 5. The uncomfortable truth about Fernandez and this Argentina team. Let me say something honest. Something Argentina fans need to hear even if they do not want to. Enzo Fernandez is a talented footballer. He is a Champions League winner with Chelsea. He is a World Cup winner from 2022. He has quality that is not in question. But here is his record in matches when the pressure is highest. He was sent off against Colombia in qualifying for kicking a player in the head. He had to apologize publicly for a racist song he led on team buses after Copa America. And now he has a red card in a World Cup final that cost Argentina 10 men in extra time and arguably cost them the trophy. This is not the first time Fernandez has let Argentina down in a big moment with an undisciplined act. This is a pattern. A player of enormous talent who keeps finding ways to make the biggest moments about the wrong thing. And his Instagram post proves he still does not understand that. When time passes, you realize there is something much bigger than just a result he wrote. Yes, there is something much bigger. Your responsibility to your teammates. Your responsibility to not get yourself sent off in the 93rd minute of a World Cup final for a reckless challenge when you are already on a yellow card. That is something much bigger than a result, and he has not acknowledged it. Spain were better than Argentina on Sunday night. That is the truth. 20 shots to 2. 65% possession, 11 saves from Martinez. Spain deserved to win. Even if Fernandez had stayed on the pitch, Argentina would have found it almost impossible to score because they were completely outplayed. But almost impossible is different from actually impossible. With 11 men in extra time, Argentina had a chance. With a fit and fresh squad, having not had a man sent off, who knows what the final 30 minutes looked like? Fernandez removed that possibility. With a reckless challenge, after already being on a yellow card, and then walked off doing the finger wag. Argentina fans are furious, not at Spain, at their own player, and they are right to be. That is the full breakdown, the challenge, the second yellow, the red card, the finger wag, the Instagram statement that said nothing, the history Argentina joined, the post-match investigation FIFA launched, and the uncomfortable truth about a player with world-class talent who keeps finding ways to self-destruct at the worst possible moments. 3 questions. Drop all 3 in the comments right now. First, was Fernandez's red card the reason Argentina lost the World Cup final? Yes or no? Second, should Fernandez have directly apologized for the red card in his Instagram statement? Third, is this Argentina team finished now that Messi has gone? Or can they rebuild? Drop everything below. I read every single one. This has been Robert's Football Talk. Hit that like button. Share this with every football fan you know. Subscribe if you are not already here. New videos every single week. I will see you in the next one.